Hello friends, good evening. Am I audible and visible? Yes guys, somebody please ping me if I am audible and visible. I am really sorry for the late class, a bit of technical issue. Yes guys, am I audible and visible? Yes, somebody please ping me so that I can begin with today's short session. This session is not longer, it is just 25 to 30 minute session maximum. Okay? Hello Shiva, hello I am. Yes, good evening Rishi. Okay. So guys, as I have told you, today's session is not a longer one, it's a short session. We have seen about the Babur. Apart from this, we have also seen about Humayun. We have seen about Sher Shah Suri. But what happened to the empire after Sher Shah Suri? And from tomorrow onwards, the session will be very important, and to an extent, a session would be a bit lengthier. Today's session is not that lengthier, okay? Tomorrow's session, okay, because I'll be talking about Akbar, how Akbar came to power, what were the political circumstances that led Akbar to come to power. Second thing, what were the initial expeditions that were being led by Akbar? What policy did Akbar adopt towards the Rajput rulers, specifically the policy of matrimonial alliances? What was Mansabdari system initiated by Akbar? So from tomorrow onwards, for the next 2 to 3 days, session would be a bit lengthier, maximum of 1 hour. Okay? In today's session, it's a short one, and we are going to understand how did the Sur Empire, it crashed down. And again, what we say Mughal Empire came to power. So for the aspirants, those who are new to the platform, let me give you a brief background about what we have studied in the previous sessions of medieval India, precisely about the Mughals. Okay. So the last ruler of Delhi Sultanate was Ibrahim Lodi. He was being overthrown by Babur in the first battle of Panipat. Although Babur had a small force of 10 to 15,000, but still he defeated a huge army of Ibrahim Lodi, which consisted approximately 1 to 1,10,000 soldiers. And the most important one was the technique that was being used by Babur. And we have seen that in quite depth and detail, the Arba system and Tuluguma technique, which Babur learned from Battle of Transoxiana or Battle of Saraipul against Saibani Khan. He deployed this technique in the first Battle of Panipat and he emerged victorious. Babur had 4 sons and he was succeeded by one of his eldest son, whose name was Humayun. Humayun, it's a Persian word which basically means the most fortunate one. But unfortunately, many historians do consider Humayun as the most unfortunate ruler of the entire Mughal dynasty. Okay? Now, let me give you a brief synopsis about Humayun. Humayun, he had 3 other brothers. And Babur, before his death, he had asked his elder son, Humayun, that please divide the kingdom between 4 of your brothers, because if there is internal squabble between you brothers, this would be taken as an opportunity by the Afghans who are eyeing the throne of Delhi at this point of time. So Humayun divided his empire between his brothers, Kamran, Mirza Askar and Hindal. Now Humayun, specifically, initially he had to face reverses. Why? Because he had to face 2 problems, one in the west and the other in the east. West precisely in the region of Gujarat under Bahadur Shah, and east under the Afghans, precisely under Sher Shah Suri, who laid the foundation of Sur Empire. Some or the other manner, he subdued the ruler of Gujarat. But initially, he had to face reverses against the Afghans, precisely against Farid, also referred as Sher Khan or Sher Shah Suri. Specifically in the battle of Chausa, Humayun was being defeated. He fled to the region of Agra From there, he fled to the region of Kannauj, which is located in western UP, also referred as Pashchimanchal. After that, what happened? This person, Sher Khan or Farid, he started chasing Humayun in the region of western UP. And Battle of Kannauj or Battle of Biligram was fought, in which Humayun had to face a humiliating defeat, and Sher Shah Suri, he laid the foundation of Sur dynasty in India. Many historians do believe that period from 1540 to 1555 was a period of political vacuum from the side of Mughal Empire. Because here, the Afghan dynasty that ruled over the region of Delhi and Agra was Sur dynasty. And the foundation for the Sur dynasty in India was being laid down by Farid, also referred as Sher Shah Suri. In the previous video, we have seen about Sher Shah Suri in quite depth and detail. I've talked about how Sher Shah Suri, he conquered the region of Malwa. He conquered the region of Bundelkhand. He brought specifically the different Rajput rulers under various degrees of subjugation. Apart from this, it is also believed that he was also involved in all sorts of administrative activities. The famous Grand Trunk Road, also referred as Sadak-e-Azam, was being constructed by Sher Shah Suri, which was later on called as Grand Trunk Road by one of the British Governor Generals whose name was Lord Auckland. Correct? The famous book Padmavat was written by Malik Muhammad Jayasi in Awadhi language, and it was written down during the time of Sher Shah Suri. Now, how did Sher Shah Suri die? Sher Shah Suri died due to accidental blast of gunpowder while besieging the fort of Kalinjar located in Bundelkhand region. And we had seen the strategic importance of the fort of Kalinjar. Correct? I had given you the example of the Gwalior fort and the fort of Kalinjar. The fort of Gwalior, it is approximately 400 to 450 feet above the plain area. On the other hand, the fort of Kalinjar was approximately 800 to 850 feet above the plain area. So it had a lot of strategic importance. But unfortunately, due to the accidental blast of gunpowder, what happened? Sher Shah Suri died. Is the point clear till here? So within like 5 minutes, I summarize the things that we have learnt earlier. Now, let's understand from 1545 to 1555, what was the status of the empire at that time? Everything has been given in this. Okay? But through flowchart, I'm trying to explain you what happened to the, what we say, empire of Sher Shah Suri after his death. Okay, pay attention carefully. It's an important concept. Are the points clear till here? Please do not worry. This is the explanation in the flow chart, in the manner of flow chart for easier understanding of the concept. Everything has been mentioned as a part of PPT or the PDF, which I will share on the Telegram channel, history_Alok Ojha. Okay? Pay attention to me very carefully so that you can easily understand within next 10 minutes about how the Sur dynasty declined and again Humayun came to power. Okay? Sher Shah Suri, as discussed earlier, he died due to accidental blast of gunpowder while besieging the fort of Kalinjar located in the region of Bundelkhand. Okay? Now Sher Shah Suri, he had two sons. The elder one was called as Adil Shah and the younger son was referred as Jalal Khan, also referred as Islam Shah Suri, also referred as Salim Shah Suri. So immediately after the death of Sher Shah Suri, nobles choose the younger son Jalal Khan. Why? Jalal Khan, he was the most able administrator right from the time of Sher Shah Suri. He had seen many war fronts. He had fought many battles. So in that case, he was quite experienced. So nobles chose Jalal Khan also referred as Islam Shah Suri, as the successor of Sur dynasty after the death of Sher Shah Suri. So new emperor became Jalal Khan or Islam Shah Suri, also referred as Salim Suri. Okay. Now Jalal Khan knew one thing. The actual contender to his throne was his elder brother Adil Shah. And some or the other day, Adil Shah will raise his parallel army and attack this person, Islam Shah Suri. And he was mentally prepared for this. And this is what happened. Adil Shah, he raised his parallel army and he attacked the region of Agra. At that time, Jalal Khan emerged victorious and he defeated his brother Adil Shah. And he ruled over the region of Delhi and Agra for approximately 9 years. Adil Shah is out of the picture now. He fled to the region of East and he never came back again. Clear? Let's move ahead. I am going in a gradual step-by-step manner for easier understanding of the concept. Okay? Now let's move ahead. Let's understand about Jalal Khan. Like as I've talked about Sher Shah Suri. Sher Shah Suri, he was known for his different administrative reforms. As I've told you, Sher Shah Suri, he constructed many highways. He had constructed 4 important highways. The credit for creation of Sadak-e-Azam, also referred as Grand Trunk Road during the time of Britishers, goes to Sher Shah Suri. During his time, the empire was divided into 47 sarkars. Similarly, his son, Jalal Khan, he dispensed high-handed justice. It is believed that he also took many steps for the upliftment of the farmers, cultivators or peasants. He also promoted trade and commerce during his time. And he knew one thing, until and unless I suppress the nobles, some or the other day, these nobles are going to revolt against me. And how did he understand about this? As I have told you, his elder brother, Adil Shah, he had raised a parallel army against whom? Jalal Khan. So how did he get the inspiration to raise a parallel army against his younger brother? Obviously, with the help of nobles. So at this particular point of time, Jalal Khan played a very major role in subjugating the nobles, in suppressing the nobles. He ruled for 9 years. And after ruling for 9 years, Jalal Khan passed away due to certain disease. And at that time, he had a son named as Firoz Shah Suri, who was a minor. He was just 12 years old. And what happened? This minor, Firoz Shah Suri, who was just 12 years old, now sat on the throne. Can you imagine a minor sitting on the throne? Okay, how competent he might be to take enough decisions? True? Like, there are certain exemptions. Like, I'll give you a small example. Babur, he sat on the throne at Fargana at the age of 12 to 14. Afterwards, he started gaining experiences through different wars and battles. So Firoz Shah Suri was just a minor, 12 years old. And the nobles supported him because they believed that Firoz Shah, he will act like a puppet for them. Okay? Destiny had something different written for what we say son of Jalal Khan, that is Firoz Shah Suri. Okay? And it is believed that there was another person whose name was Mubarriz Khan, also referred as Muhammad Adil Shah Suri. He was nephew of Sher Shah Suri. He assassinated, he killed Firoz Shah Suri and now declared himself as the new emperor of Sur dynasty. Clear till here? Yes, please answer in the comment section. Do you have any query, any question, any sort of doubt? Please feel free to ask. Yes, guys. Is it clear till here? Yes, Bimal. Hello. I'll repeat the point again within next 1 minute so that the aspirants, those who have joined late, they can easily correlate things that I have told you right now. Okay? Okay. Thanks a lot, Ramesh. Thanks a lot. Just listen to me carefully. Okay. Sher Shah Suri, as discussed, he died due to an accidental blast of gunpowder while besieging the fort of Kalinjar, where it is located, Bundelkhand region. Okay. Now, after his death, like there was war of succession. He had an elder son whose name was Adil Shah and a younger son whose name was Jalal Khan. Jalal Khan was more competent than Adil Shah. Why? Because he had seen many battles. Okay. Now what happened further? Jalal Khan came to throne. He ruled for approximately 9 years. He dispensed high-handed justice. He took care of the administration like his father Sher Shah Suri. Due to certain disease, Jalal Khan, also referred as Islam Shah Suri, also referred as Salim Shah Suri, he died. Okay? He was being succeeded by his son, whose name was Firoz Shah Suri. Firoz Shah Suri was just 12 to 13 years of age. He was a minor and he was raised to throne with the help of the nobles. But unfortunately, destiny had something different written for this boy. Okay? Like one of the nephews of Sher Shah Suri was Mubaris Khan, also referred as Muhammad Adil Shah Suri. He assassinated Firoz Shah Suri. He sat on the throne and declared himself as the new emperor of Sur dynasty. But one thing is for sure, karma repeats itself. Isn't that so? Thanks a lot, Rishi. Thanks a lot. Now let's understand further. Mubaris Khan, he came to power. And when he came to power, what happened? It is said that there was a governor of Agra. And the name of the governor of Agra was Ibrahim Shah Suri. Okay? Now Ibrahim Shah Suri, he attacked Mubaris Khan. Okay? And he defeated him approximately 32 kilometers away from Agra. And after defeating Mubaris Khan, this person sat on the throne of Sur dynasty and declared himself as the emperor. Again, same thing would be repeated for him. As soon as Ibrahim Shah Suri sat for certain amount of time on the throne of what we say Delhi and Agra, he was being killed by another important military commander whose name was Sikandar Shah Suri. Sikandar Shah Suri is considered as the last ruler of Sur dynasty. Okay? Meanwhile, all this thing was going on in India. Where was Humayun? Okay? If you remember about the Battle of Kannauj, I've told you, Humayun, after defeat in the Battle of Chausa, he fled away to the region of Agra. From Agra, he fled to the region of Kannauj in the western part of UP. Okay? And Battle of Kannauj or Battle of Biligram was again being fought between Sher Shah Suri and Humayun. If you remember that? Okay. Humayun was again defeated in a very brutal manner because of lack of proper strategy, warfare equipments and support from his other brothers. So he was defeated in Battle of Kannauj. He fled away to the region of Sindh. Now, this person, he fled away to the region of Sindh. And here, he met a lady whose name was Hamida Bano Begum. And he married Hamida Bano Begum. And he had a son later on from Hamida Bano Begum, whose name was Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar. Okay. So, Humayun, after a defeat, he moved to the region of Sindh. Here he married Hamida Bano Begum. After some time, from Hamida Bano Begum, he had a son named as Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar, considered as one of the greatest ruler of the Mughal Empire. Okay. Now what happened further? At that time, Humayun wanted to take the revenge of his humiliating defeat at any cost. He was hell-bent. And at that time, there was one ruler he was the ruler of Marwad. His name was Maldev. Maldev had promised him one thing, that I will help you regain your kingdom back again from the Afghans. So he again comes back to in the region of Marwad to meet Maldev. But he comes to know one thing, that Maldev right now is not in a conciliatory mood. Why? Because Maldev has shaken hands with Sher Shah Suri. And in that case, if I stay in the region of Marwad, what will happen? Maldev will imprison me and he will hand over me to Sher Shah Suri. It's better I go back again to the region of Sindh. Now he goes back to the region of Sindh, precisely in the region of Amarkot. And here there is a ruler, Hindu dynasty ruler, whose name is Virasal. He stays in the court of Virasal. And here, as I've told you, he had already married Hamida Banu Begum. Here his wife gives birth to Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar. Sher Shah Suri died. And we have seen how these successors, there was continuous war of succession after Jalal Khan. He ruled for 9 years. And just within a span of 1 year, 3 to 4 rulers got changed. This was seen as an opportunity by Humayun to regain back his lost kingdom after a span of 14 to 15 years. Correct? From the region of Amarkot, he had moved to Central Asia. At that time, the ruler of Central Asia, he sought help from him. He decided to help him out only under one condition, that you are a Sunni, and if you accept Shia, I'll support you in your expedition against Sikandar Shah Suri, to which Humayun accepted. Correct? This was going on with Humayun when all these things were going on in India. Are you able to correlate the stories, guys? This was happening with Humayun at one point of time, and specifically, this was happening with the Sur dynasty, precisely after the death of Sher Shah Suri. Now Humayun, one side, and the Afghans on the other side. And here the ruler of the dynasty, Sur dynasty, was Sikandar Shah Suri. Battle was inevitable, and 2 battles were being fought. Battle of Machhiwada and Battle of Sirhind, in which, precisely speaking, Humayun emerged victorious. And after this, after a span of 14 to 15 years, there was again re-establishment of Mughal Empire in India after a political vacuum of 15 years. As discussed earlier, Humayun came here, again established his rule. And once upon a time, specifically, due to the fall from the staircases of a library, he passed away. His biography was written by his sister, whose name is Gul Badan Begum, and is referred as Humayun Nama. Humayun's tomb is located in Delhi. Apart from this, it is said that Humayun was being succeeded by his son, whose name was Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar. When Humayun died, at that particular point of time, Akbar was in Kalanur, Gurdaspur, just at the age of 14 or 15 years of age. And he was fighting battle against Hemu. He was fighting battle against Hemu. And he was being supported by one of his regents, whose name was Bairam Khan. So this was the story of Humayun. This was a short story about how Sur dynasty, the empire got ended. And the political vacuum from the side of Mughals also ended with the end of the last ruler of the Sur dynasty, Sikandar Shah Suri. Tomorrow's video would be more important. Why? Because tomorrow I'm going to discuss about the rise of Akbar. What was the role that was being played by Mahama Anga? Who was Bairam Khan? Apart from this, who was Adam Khan? What were the major expeditions led by Akbar? I'll give you a very short story about this. You might have heard about the famous Rani Roopmati, correct? Baz Bahadur. He was one of the, rulers of the region of Malwa. And Malwa and Gujarat were of strategic importance right from the ancient times. Why? Malwa opens the door of South India. It's a gateway to South. And it was being ruled by Baz Bahadur. Akbar dispatched one of his foster brothers, Adam Khan, to conquer the region of Malwa. But Adam Khan, he courted upon and he fell in love with whom? Baz Bahadur's wife, whose name was Rani Roopmati. And there's a beautiful story about this. You might have heard about this. Rani Roopmati, she was a shepherdess. Once upon a time, Baz Bahadur goes into the jungle for hunting. And he hears a beautiful voice of a flute being played. And he started going in the direction of the voice from where it was coming. When he reached that place, he saw a shepherdess, she was playing a flute. He proposed her for marriage. And at that time, she said, I'm a normal shepherdess and you are a ruler. He said that, but I want to marry you. She said, I'll marry you under only one condition, that I want the water from river Narmada to be channelized into my palace. He said, okay. If you visit a place called as Mandu, also referred as Shadiabad, the city of joy, you will find there a place called as Riva Kund. And this was constructed by Baz Bahadur for his wife Rani Roopmati. And at this time, Adam Khan, one of the generals and foster brother of Akbar, attacked the region of Malwa. Baz Bahadur fled away and Rani Roopmati, she committed Johar. She poisoned herself. And in that case, Malwa now comes under the rule of Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar. Similarly, we will also focus in the coming sessions on the policies that was being adopted by Akbar towards the Rajputana, precisely the matrimonial alliances policy. We'll also understand about the famous Battle of Haldi Ghati fought in 1576 between Maharana Pratapji, the ruler of Mewar, and Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar. I'll also discuss one more battle, which is nothing but ominous omission in the books of history. And that is nothing but Battle of Dever fought in 1582. If you Google, my friends, about the Battle of Haldi Ghati, it will show you it's a decisive battle. It was in favor of Akbar. But what about Battle of Dever, which was fought in 1582, not mentioned in the books of history, wherein Rana Amar Singh and Maharana Pratapji defeated the huge army of the Mughals. So all these expeditions we are going to study as a part of Akbar. Apart from this, we'll also study about the Navratnas of Akbar. Correct? The famous person Mahesh Das, also referred as Birbal, he adorned the court of Akbar. So for the coming 2 to 3 sessions, we will discuss about the administration, military expedition, Rajput policy, everything about Akbar. Hope you understood this structure. Okay. This is the explanation. So I will provide the PDF on the Telegram channel, history_Alok Ojha. Everything here has been explained in the form of PDF or PPT. I use this flowchart just for one simple reason, for easier understanding of the concept. Okay? So this is nothing but the explanation. Muhammad Adil Shah, Ibrahim Shah Suri, how he was being defeated by the ruler whose name was Sikandar Shah Suri. I have explained you everything. Okay, guys? This is nothing but the how Sikandar Shah Suri was being defeated by Humayun in the famous Battle of Machhiwada and Battle of Sirhind. Okay? So this is all about the end of Suri dynasty. This was a short session. Guys, as a part of Janmashtami sale, okay, StudyIQ IS English has come up with exciting offers. You can visit the website of StudyIQ IS English. One of the basic aspects of this course is everything would be taught from the basics, rather it be ancient India, medieval India or modern India. It's not just about history, polity, economy, geography and so on. Then you will be taken to the advanced level. Apart from this, there would be a proper focus on answer writing skills. Okay, like my friends, answer writing is an art. Since I have been mentoring the aspirants for 7.5 to 8 years, many aspirants come to me and ask a simple question, sir, we do write good answers in the mains examination, but we land up getting average marks. Okay, like whenever there is a question for answer writing and suppose there is a question and it is written discuss, another question written elucidate, illustrate, critically analyze, Every word has a different connotation and different meaning. And we need to approach the answer writing in that manner. So answer writing plays a very crucial role precisely in your mains examination as well. So in these courses, I would be covering the answer writing practice as well. It's not just about history. The respective faculties would be taking care of the answer writing, where you can directly interact with the faculty. You can get the feedback about what answers you have written and so on. So guys, it is a part of Janmashtami sale. You can visit the website of StudyIQ IS and you can avail the benefits by using the code that is flashing on your screen, Alok Live. Okay guys, so with this, I'll end today's short session. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Okay guys, bye-bye.